Good day, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of PTC Live. We're so excited to have you back here today. We got a very special guest for you. We have the one and only Miss Rachel Durkan, who is the head of our Urban Horticulture and Landscape program here at Pickens. Good afternoon, Rachel.
Hello.
How we doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Thanks so much for agreeing to be on the show today. We're so excited to just share with the audience all that you bring to Pickens, and just want to let everyone know this is your first year teaching here at Pickens. How's it been so far?
It's been great. The community's been awesome. I've loved all the students. Working in the greenhouses has been amazing. The building's getting redone, so I'm super excited for that. And yeah, I've loved it so far.
All right. So one thing we really pride ourselves on is getting experts in industry to come in and to teach the next generation all the skills they need to be successful in industry. And so could you give our audience a little bit of a background of what you did prior to coming to Pickens?
Yeah, so my background is in environmental horticulture. So I went to Virginia Tech for undergrad, and I studied horticulture there. I had a couple internships at Botanic Gardens. And then from there, my first job post-graduation was at the Dallas Arboretum. And so I worked there as a horticulture supervisor. We built a whole village out of pumpkins, which is amazing. If you're ever in Dallas, fall's the best time. And then we planted 500,000 tulips and daffodils.
Oh my goodness.
And then from there, I moved to Denver, and I've worked in landscaping. I worked at the aquarium as their horticulturist for a bit. And then I got my master's in agriculture education. And so that's where I am now.
That is fantastic. Can I ask you a question? Something you told us in your interview, and I still think it's such an incredible story. I think our audience would love it. Could you tell us about the native plant installation you did at the Denver Aquarium?
Yeah, so for the Denver Aquarium, one of the things that they wanted to do on their property was create a pollinator garden. So I worked with one of the donors actually for the aquarium and created a pollinator garden in the back area. So if you're walking along the trail from like REI towards the aquarium, you'll be able to see the pollinator garden back there. And it's looking really good. Everything's blooming.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Thank you so much. So now that you are leading this program, there's so much momentum behind it. Our enrollment looks really, really great for urban horticulture. We've got a brand new building, the tropical greenhouse. The rest of our greenhouses are looking really good right now. Like, what's your vision for the program, or like where do you want to take it?
Yeah. Well, I'm super excited. I think that the pandemic, honestly, has brought people closer to agriculture, horticulture, indoor plants. It's been a crazy indoor plants craze throughout the pandemic. And I'm really excited to build the program. I'm hoping to have more high school students in the future, getting people into the industry. I think it's an amazing industry. There's so many opportunities from agriculture to hydroponics, which is like growing without soil, aquaponics, growing without soil, but with fish. So I really just want to like open all the students up to all these different opportunities that they have. And there's just so many career paths that you could take without having to go beyond Pickens and have a 4-year degree. Pickens is an amazing opportunity with super cool courses. So I'm excited this year to dive into them.
That is fantastic. So can you tell us a little bit about your students this year? Like, did you see any kind of correlation between perhaps working with houseplants, or just like you were saying, like people had the opportunity to kind of spend more time doing horticulture type activities? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, my students are awesome. I think they are better than anything I could have thought of for my first year. Everyone's so excited. They love doing the hands-on stuff. Weeding is not always fun, and the morning class gets into it and loves it. The afternoon class has been doing amazing with the propagation practices that we've been doing. They've divided a cast iron plant, and we have done all of our poinsettias. We planted up all of our poinsettias for the plant sale. Everyone is just super excited to be in the class, and I love it. It makes it easier to teach when everyone's so excited.
Oh, that's the best. And having been in your morning class and your afternoon class, your students are incredible. You're absolutely right about that. You got some absolutely amazing students. Could you tell our audience about this plant sale?
Yeah, so we do a winter sale and then a spring sale. So the winter sale, we took some cuttings as part of our propagation class. We took some cuttings of some hanging basket plants, and then so we'll have those to sell, and then we do poinsettias. So today actually was the lab where we pinched the top of the poinsettia off, which is important so we can have a couple flowers on there, which it's actually called bracts, not flowers, the color you see on poinsettia. But pinching is important so that there's more than one. If you don't pinch back the plant, you'll just get the one flower or the one bract, and so it's important to do that. So that's for our winter sale. Those are the two things that we'll sell then. And then our spring sale is annuals and some perennials, which will get started. One of the greenhouses is being completely redone, which is super exciting to see the stages throughout that. So that will be amazing to have our spring plant sale plants in that greenhouse.
Yay. And so definitely just want to put it out to the audience. Everyone here is invited to our winter plant sale and our spring plant sale. It is so much fun. The traffic line literally goes out to Airport Boulevard. There's so many people that come to check out all the incredible plants. So definitely want to encourage everyone to come, and we'll have plenty of information posted as we get closer to those dates. Oh, that's terrific. Is there anything else that you'd want our audience to know about your program?
I don't know. I think one of our goals for the program is to be beautifying the campus, especially now that we have this new beautiful building. So we are working on a couple project areas throughout campus that we're hoping to plant throughout the year.
Oh, that's a really big deal and greatly appreciated. And I've seen your students out there already doing a range of work. So we always appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So Rachel, if one of our audience members wanted to enroll in your program, how long would it take them to graduate?
Yeah, so it just moved from a 2-year program to a 1-year program. So it's 1 year, 8 classes. We start off with Intro to Horticulture. We do irrigation, landscape design, which I'm super excited for, and then soils. That's the first semester. Second semester, we do greenhouse management, small tools, which is super important in the industry to learn how to use all of those different types of tools. And then we do arboriculture, which is trees, and urban horticulture, urban agriculture, horticulture. We'll do a lot of visits to local places within Denver, and then grow some seed starts in our greenhouse, which is a geothermal greenhouse. So we work on that in there.
Wow. So you can knock this all out in 1 year.
Yes.
Wow.
Fast paced. It's a lot of knowledge, a lot of stuff to learn, but we do a lot of hands-on with it as well. So it ties in our lectures to our labs.
Absolutely. So can you tell us about any special guests that might be coming to the class or that you hope to have in the class this year?
Yeah, so far for the first semester, we have 2 guest speakers set up. One is Lindsay from Fairy Tale Floral. She runs her own floral business based out of Littleton, does amazing wedding flowers. The second one that we have set up already is with Altman Farms or Altman Nursery. They are a huge growing place. They grow a lot of succulents and cacti, and they have places in Colorado, Texas, Florida, and California. We also have some field trips planned. So first semester, we're going to be going to the Botanic Gardens and hopefully visiting a nursery. Second semester, hopefully we'll go to the zoo and check out their horticulture program, because I think that is definitely a field in horticulture that people forget about, is zoo horticulture. Yeah.
Well, Rachel, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of PTC Live. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and look forward to seeing you back next week for another episode. Take care, everyone.